Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Singapore. It's going to be a very special day today because I am meeting up with KFC
Hi people, welcome to Singapore, man.
who is the ultimate Singapore street food hawker center guru.
Swing in, oi, oi, oi.
And he's going to take us on a tour where we are going to eat dishes and foods that were invented, that were born and bred within Singapore. You have to come to Singapore to eat them. We're going to meet some amazing people. We are going to eat some delicious food, and I'm going to share it all with you right now in this video. Oh man, it's so good to be back hanging out with you.
Oh, good. I mean, hey, when you come to Singapore, if you don't have friends here or you don't follow Mark's video to go and enjoy food, then hello, you're losing out on a lot of things.
Oh, and Cito is the man to be with because you are, I mean, the ultimate Singapore street food guru, guide, restaurateur, writer, journalist, and just
and getting old in age, so I'm slowing down. But hey, you got Mark here, so you guys are safe.
Where are we going first?
We are here in Bukit Merah. It literally means Red Hill. There's a little hawker center here, and today I'm taking Mark to eat stuff that are born, bred, and created in Singapore. You can't find it anywhere else, and even if you do find it where else, people will say, "Hey, that one Singapore food hall." Yeah. And first up is, let's find out and go.
So we are strolling into this huge, kind of red-colored apartment-looking complex.
So this stall behind me sells satay bee hoon. It is a dish that was created, I don't know exactly when, but it was quite long ago. It's iconic. You find it's only in Singapore. They take rice bee hoon noodles and they slather it with a savory, sweet, mildly spicy peanut sauce that's almost creamy, and then they rain it with seafood. It looks horrible, but it's 介绍的 satay bee hoon 啊，是新加坡。
Oh man, so they're grabbing all these different meats. Oh, that's like a...
Look at this.
There it is.
This is satay bee hoon. Now,
Satay bee hoon.
ugly never felt so good. Let's find a seat here.
All right. He takes some of the bee hoon, which are the thin rice vermicelli noodles, blanches those up with a variety of proteins. I think I saw liver, squid, or cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish. There's pork, liver, and there is kangkong vegetables.
Oh, okay, and then the
I think
water morning glory.
There's shrimps.
So he kind of like blanches all that up onto the plate, and then it's all about the sauce.
They slap the sauce on.
Man, it's so aromatic. It's so peanutty. It has a little bit of red kind of chili oil floating on top. Oh, there's pieces of the tofu in here too. Giant pieces of cuttlefish. Oh yeah, this is a messy, like splattering of a dish right here.
Let me film you now.
Okay. Okay, I'm going in. Oh, okay. Oh, film with this one. Okay. I'm going in.
Whoa. Look at that.
Oh yeah. That sauce is so thick and so creamy. So peanutty. And the flavors keep on coming. It just completely saturates into the noodles. And you have the flavor of the cuttlefish. I think that's what stands out, the flavor of the cuttlefish within the peanut sauce. The liver.
So you gotta take that bee hoon noodles and you gotta swipe that sauce in, you know.
Man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Put it on a spoon.
You don't want any bite to go uncovered in that sauce.
No. And then you observe, you watch, and then you bring them in.
Big meaty chunks of liver, which again, you just want to swipe as much of that sauce as possible.
So look who I brought here to have his first ever.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Delicious.
Born and bred in Singapore dishes that we are going through today. You like it cold or hot? Cold or hot?
Cold, please.
小弟什么意思？小弟大小呀，小弟是广东话，小弟。
All right, so the perfect accompaniment beverage, soy milk.
Yes.
Soy milk to the bihun.
Too nutty.
Yeah.
You got a nutty
Great.
bihun satay sauce, and you got a nutty bihun.
So refreshing, cold, just not too rich, but just has that nutty soybean flavor to it. Wonderful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I warned you. Don't overeat. We got a long day. I warned ya. Dish here, we call it Hainanese curry rice. It's actually by the curry rice. Now, it's a story. I've always wondered where on earth did this dish come around? The Hainanese are Chinese, hardcore Chinese, and when Singaporeans talk about curry, they don't mention the Indians. They mention the Hainanese Chinese people selling curry rice, and I was thinking, where did this come from? And I studied because it was the British, strangely, who introduced curry rice to Singaporeans, and the British got their curry technology from British India. So they were loving curry. If you go to London, curry is their national dish. And of course, somewhere in there, when the British was trying to conquer the world, so were the Japanese. The Japanese were there. The Japanese came up with their curry katsudon. You know that, we love that. But this is the Hainanese version. If you look at the dishes, it's not truly all Indian. They've got fried pork chop and fried prawns and little meatballs. It is so British, and they slather it with curry. Let's try some stuff here.
Oh, are we gonna try this next?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
of course. Hello,
Yes.
你好，你好，介绍。空吧 ，sardine 放什么空吧 ，sardine 给我那个鸡扒。我那么多东西，我全部都要了嘛，加辣了。fried prawn also 啦，这高丽菜啦，这样高丽菜。
Okay, so next up, Hainanese curry rice. How the situation works is you get rice, you choose whatever you want, more than a dozen different things to choose from proteins to vegetables. They put that next to your rice and then slather on this thick, sticky, yellowish curry sauce. Pork belly, rice, braised cabbage,
Curry sauce.
fully saturated in that curry sauce. Oh, man, pure comfort. Okay, all right. Cito.
Okay, KFC has
Cito's
taken
going.
over to hijack the camera now. We're
KFC
going into the
KFC has
dish.
taken over the
look at
camera.
that. Okay,
Filming.
here we go.
Here we go.
Swing in. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, wow.
Explain the wow and the mmm.
Oh, that is like comfort food on another level. Oh, it's just, that sauce is unbelievable. It's like more like a gravy, but you taste some of the curry powder spices in there, a little bit of chili powder in there. You've got the comfort of that like braised pork belly and braised cabbage, soy sauce flavor kind of mixed in, mingled with the curry powder. Such a melting pot on one single plate. It feels right. Oh man.
Sigh of pleasure.
It's like every topping has their own individual flavor and seasoning. But then when you like match it all together, it's the sum of everything that makes it even better.
Fried prawns like this, you know, it's a
popcorn prawns.
Chinese style tempura, and you got beans there.
Like the overly breaded,
Wow.
overly breaded prawns. Love it.
Comforting, no least.
We're gonna explore new territory.
The South Pole.
New territory in this plate of Hainanese curry rice. Got the egg. In this bite, we've got some of the popcorn shrimp. We got, is this a chicken cutlet or a pork cutlet? Or
Let me see.
Looks
That's
kinda like chicken. Looks like chicken,
that's
right?
They
Looks
got
like
pork
chicken
too.
here.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the type of dish you can never have enough sauce either.
Yep.
Like
that's
you'd.
right. Yeah. Ask for extra.
The crispy chicken cutlet, the creaminess of the egg yolk. But it's all about that sauce for me. And then also that crispy popcorn shrimp. Oh. It's like a pillow of fluffy dough. Off to an amazing start. I love Hainanese curry rice.
You know, right in front of us, there's a little temporary market, and
Oh, yeah.
they're selling yet another born and bred in Singapore dish. There's two here. We're gonna go for one. It's called Kueh Tu. It's created by the Tan family here in Singapore. You can see how they make it. It's very interesting. One order, one order.
One order, please. Tutu kueh? Tutu kueh?
Wow, very fast. This is not fast motion, it's normal motion.
Yes. Oh, rice flour?
There's rice flour, there's coconut, and then there's peanut, chocolate, and check some more. Oh, gula melaka.
Ah, okay.
What are you doing now,
Oh yeah. Steaming hot right off that steamer.
And they always, ooh, ouch, ow, ow, system.
Okay.
Yeah, ow,
Okay.
Careful.
With a little
not the
pandan
whole
leaf.
thing.
The whole
not
thing?
The whole, no, not the whole thing.
Not the
bit
whole
by
thing?
bit. Not bit by bit. It's hot. Not the leaf too.
Oh, coconut. Yeah. Sweet. Steaming hot. Good.
Yeah, too quick. There you go. Oh, wow. Yum,
So
yum.
another thing that was discovered and recreated here in Singapore. There's a huge wet market, so we're just gonna take a little stroll through the wet market, see some of the fresh ingredients that go into the food.
So you remember once upon a time, hawkers were out in the streets. Not everybody sold food. They also sold things like this, daily utilities, utilitarian stuff, dry goods, and things that you need, spices and all that. And there were also hawkers. So there is a food part of the hawker center, which is very popular. There's also the fresh produce part of the hawker
yeah.
center. Let me show you this store. So they have been selling spices. This auntie here, she peels all this, and then they blend this into a wet paste. And they have this family stall here, I think 3 generations already. Grandfather,
3
father, and then
generations
now
here.
the son.
Oh, and
The
this is the
son.
stall?
This is the
right
stall.
over here? Okay.
Yeah. So they blend their own spices down there in the machine back there. Here it is. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, uncle. How are you, brother?
yes.
So they blend all their
Awesome.
spices here. This is the father.
Oh, hello.
And then,
Hey,
then there's
how are
the
you? Good
grandfather. Father now son.
Wow.
3 generation.
Awesome.
So they cut all these spices, they blend them, and whenever you come here, you just tell them what you want to cook. I want chicken curry, I want mee rebus, I want mee siam, I want whatever. They will scoop all the wet and dry spices. Take a look at that.
A do-it-yourself kit of spices.
Wet paste or a dry paste. Dry ones keeps longer. The thing about vendors, they are hawkers too, like them in Singapore. They are fading fast because everybody is shopping in supermarkets these days to find the stuff. But my mother, my grandfolks, they came to such stalls before in the past. And the beautiful thing is that, it may not be air conditioned, but I can talk to this fella, no? You know, he can tell me what else to cook, how should I cook things, and listen, these people do it because it's part of their family business. They continue. You're a teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you come and continue your parents' business. I applaud that. 3 generations here.
Where are we at exactly?
We're at Bukit Merah.
Red Hill Market.
Red
78.
Hill
Red Hill Market, Red Hill Market.
Block 79, Red Hill Market. This is stall 89.
Buy your spices here when you're in Singapore. We had a little bit of a drive, and we are now in a total different area of town. What's next?
Midday lunch. This is another national noodle dish of Singapore. It's one of my favorites. It looks so easy. You know, it looks nothing much, but there is a pack. There's a densely flavored, roasty, wok roasted noodles in there. I think it will floor you, Mark. I think this will floor you.
Oh, I can't wait to try it, and we're gonna see the entire process of how it's made.
So he's the son-in-law. Fan underneath that blows,
Keeping it
that keeps it
white
fired
hot.
up. That is the magic.
That's
The
stock,
all-important stock.
and that's
I
prawn
has-
stock.
I never said it was a healthy dish. That's lard and eggs, people.
That's a lot of
There's
eggs.
eggs and there's a lot of flavor
That's
in there.
lard? Lard and eggs?
Lard and oil, and then you just fry the eggs. How many portions are there? One wok, 10 20 plus
20 plus. That's gonna have about 20 plates of Hokkien mee. How many eggs is that? 22 eggs go in. That is just bubbling.
Bean sprouts
Bean
in.
sprouts in.
Lend some sweetness to it. Heck of a lot of bean sprouts. So 2 packs
A
of them.
mountain of bean sprouts.
And then the yellow noodles.
Yellow noodles.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Hokkien noodles, a bit of egg in there, and then the bihun, the rice vermicelli. So this is a duo noodle.
Okay.
Kind of, and the first round of stock goes in.
Wow. It's an amazing frying technique using the spatula, using the plate to just kind of shovel it around. 2 types of noodle, an equal amount of bean sprouts, and that's a raging hot charcoal fire.
Now that little process of covering up is very important.
Ah, okay.
It locks the flavor, not an ounce of flavor escapes. Now if you see the way he fries, the spatula doesn't cut into the noodles. He scrapes it so nothing roasts below. I think he shovels them. Just get a few of the noodles
Yeah, you
to
can
be
see it
roasted.
kind of shovels it around.
So, in the words of Alex, the founder of this place, he says, so that the noodles are long. So when you pick them up, it comes long noodles. You don't break them little bits. So it's very irritating to pick up noodles with chopsticks when they are short.
Already smells so good, and you can see how the noodles are so moist. They've already absorbed that prawn broth, and he's very strategic in what he's doing, kind of pulling out plate by plate, very strategically. It's really a technique.
That's where he adds the garlic. Now he puts the garlic last. So you don't over fry the garlic. If you put the garlic right from the start, the garlic just gets lost.
So
when the flavor
garlic
is
goes in.
intense, you watch the guy times it, he folds the noodles over. Oh, that's good old lard croutons.
Lard croutons.
Praise the lard.
Lard croutons, some chives go in.
Now when does he fold the noodle over? You got to smell it. You got to learn to smell it. Man, lard and garlic. Here we go. The all important.
the
I'm gonna
stock.
bless the whole thing with lots of stock. It looks very wet now. Then he
Yeah.
puts a bit of soy sauce. It's a special soy sauce. There's a blended soy sauce in there.
Okay.
And he fries it till they are moist. Now it's very wet. Oh, wow. Now comes the shrimps. Good old hand-peeled shrimps. They don't buy them from the
Squid.
shops. Squid. Oh, no belly pork.
Oh, ready.
Oh.
Also, this batch is ready. I hear a lot of Singaporeans talk about fried Hokkien mee with such passion.
Gusto.
Why is it one of those dishes
You-
that's people are so passionate
You
about?
only probably hear it from those who have eaten at the masters. You know, this dish was. Well, you saw how they cook this. There's a certain technique of it. You don't see a lot of hawkers employing that technique. They just fry the noodles, they bless it with the stock, and then out it goes. This guy fries it a couple of rounds, steams it, bakes it, and then he does blah 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 blah, and the garlic comes out at the end. And I've been observing all this char hae mee. We call it char hae mee masters for years, and the good ones really employ that technique. They're very patient.
And I'm sure this is the type of noodle that if you overcook it, it will be bad because it will be mushy.
It
It
will
will
be
turn to
mushy,
mush.
correct.
If you add too much sauce. Okay,
This is just
We need to
short
go
of,
in.
Yeah. This is just short of mochi. Let's do this.
yeah.
Oh, sambal.
Did we get like
there.
did we get a two-person sized portion here?
Yeah, it's a 2%.
Two-person?
Yeah.
Take a little bit.
Sometimes one.
Here we go, Hokkien mee. Yeah, the flavor of the prawn, the garlic, the seafood, and then just finishing off with that sambal with that squeeze of lime. Okay, I'm moving in. I don't think I had any sambal on that list, but I'm moving into that sambal.
Yeah, it's not so wild. It's polite.
Polite,
Sambal is polite.
and a little squeeze of that.
Yeah, lime is already in the
Little
noodles.
squeeze of
Yeah,
that
not too
lime.
much, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
What I like to do, the little close up on the squeeze is with a little sambal, the sambal drizzle.
Oh, come to Baba. A little bit more.
A
Come
little
on.
sambal drizzle.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Are we almost there?
Wipe
Come
it in,
on.
wipe it over.
Come on.
Wipe it over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh.
cheat.
There, there
that's
we
good.
go.
Yeah.
That's the bite right there.
Cheating in
That's
deliciousness
the bite
is
right
okay.
there.
Oh.
Ultimate bite of Hokkien noodles.
Oh man. Two men
So
sighing
gooey.
away. Two men sighing away. Oh wow.
So gooey and smoky. Wow.
So have I changed your mind about what a good Hokkien mee should be like?
Yes, this is the best I've had
It's
without a
on
doubt.
point, isn't it?
On point.
It's not easy, you know, all that process. You can't cheat. You just got to go through the whole thing to get all these flavors out.
And it's tasty. And yeah, it's like so warm and comforting. And hearty, very hearty. Oh man, I had actually almost forgotten about the eggs. So many eggs in there. That was the first thing that he fried. So even the eggs are really giving it this kind of caramelized, kind of like richness, almost forming the sauce along with that prawn stock.
It just
to
gives
create
you
this.
a little texture. It
Yeah.
hangs onto the sauce.
Yep.
Last thing you think about is the egg when you eat this. The whole symphony comes together in your mouth. Oh man.
Oh man,
La croutons.
something truly spectacular.
Something Mark likes. Cheers, Mark.
Exactly. Cheers, KFCito. Thank you. So good. That was
Since
so
you're holding
good.
the light, wow, there we go, man. You can have the prawn, I want the noodles.
Oh.
Don't waste.
So good. Scraping up good to the last noodle. Let no noodles go to waste.
Here we go.
Wait
Yum,
for
yum,
it.
yum, saying, yum.
Let's do this last bite.
Na, 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 na. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Welcome to Singapore. It just hijacks your mouth, right? The umami
Hijacks your mouth.
just takes over.
We're on to the next place.
Can you smell the prawn?
I smell something
in
in the
middle
air.
of some of the street.
Oh, here it is. That's what we're smelling.
So this is prawn vade. It's got, I mean, its original version is from Sri Lanka, which they use a lot of gram beans and nuts and lentils. But here it's strictly flour. It's like a donut, a savory prawn donut.
Nice to meet you. The magic batter.
My mother used to do the dough as and when, like take the salt, put
One by one,
all the spices in front of all my customers.
From a humble half stall that was almost illegal,
Yeah.
got evicted by the authorities, came back, got a new stall. Today he has 7 stalls. He's going to open one at the airport, Jewel. Congratulations,
Wow.
brother.
Congrats,
Show
man.
him what
Yeah,
this magic
congrats.
is all about, the one dish wonder.
The one dish wonder. So you got the dough, the batter.
We top it off with
Now, what type of prawn? This is that particular type of prawn, right?
This
It must
is,
be the grey shell,
hybrid of fresh and salt water.
but it's
a hybrid.
crispy. The shell is edible when you do it.
So
You see that little hole? Oh, you see that little hole?
The backflip.
He
The
makes-
backflip into the
Yeah.
oil.
Ah, that's something I learned today.
my mother, if you see her hand, you need to come with the chip. Little won't get the chip.
Magic, watch. He doesn't even know he's doing it. You see? Meanwhile,
Snacking.
let me do a Mark Wayne's.
Nice.
It's crispy head to tail, and you gotta eat this with the green chili. Hang on, let me get a green chili. Stay there. Here it is. Wow.
Help yourself.
The way to eat this, so you take a bite here, get the spice in before it kicks in. Oh, good, very good.
And that batter is remarkably kind of wet. It's like almost liquid, but almost sticky at the
Gooey,
same
it's
time.
gooey
It's
batter.
gooey. He grabs a handful of it in his fingertips, into the palm, gets a whole prawn, smashes that into the batter, just cementing it into that batter. The backflip into the oil, and that just immediately floats and bobs around until
And
golden,
the
crispy,
judges,
tender.
Judges hold up 10. Once he does that backflip,
10 out of 10. Oh, they're just beautiful. Oh, thank you for the green chili.
You sure it's not too hot?
It's too hot.
That's too hot, huh? Is it alright? You gonna get a colder one?
That's okay.
Okay,
I can
hot
do
is
it.
good.
Is it
hot
alright?
stuff, hot stuff.
It is, wow, okay. It is remarkably light. When I saw them, I thought they were gonna be denser and heavier, but it's remarkably light and airy and fluffy. The green chili bite first. Let that marinate in your mouth until the fumes start coming out, and then the bite. Oh, wow. We need another bite of chili.
Exactly.
How is it?
Now you know what the chili does to it, huh? It just bites the mouth.
Yeah, you got the freshness of the chili.
crunch of the chili too.
That vada, it's just incredibly spongy and fluffy and gooey and crispy on the outside. The flavor of the prawn, just the light spice. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Ay, ay, ay.
Steam is coming out of my mouth. Unbelievable. It's so good.
How many does your outlet sell per day? All 7 outlets? Close to how many?
10,000.
My God.
10,000 a day.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is providing jobs for people working in 7 outlets. He's also protecting and preserving Singapore culinary legacy. Bless you, brother.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
So what it does is,
Just the mild flavor of the curry leaves in there. the coriander seed. The spices are not overpowering, but you just taste the mild flavor of the curry leaves, the coriander seed in there. And like you said, one person can easily eat 5 or 6. So we better move on to our next one. Little floating inner tubes of dough, crispy dough, studded with curry leaves and spices, topped with a prawn, always with the green chili. Oh, and the green chili. Oh, it is so unbelievably tasty.
Introduce her. Wow. Born and bred in Singapore. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's one of the best bites of snack I've ever had in Singapore.
It's not just me, is it? It's
No,
not just me.
you were not joking around.
How was
You
it?
were not joking around. That is the real deal. That was extraordinary, and we are continuing on with one last final
Made
food,
made and born in Singapore snack bite.
like just down the road from here, right?
that one. Ooh. It's this
Shazza
layered, they're
confectionery.
layered.
So this is a whole bakery, but they're famous for these giant curry puffs. It's actually a curry puff factory. It smells so good in here.
Ito, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Traditional.
Do you want meat, what? Mutton or chicken or beef?
Potato.
Beef, chicken, potato.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
One mutton.
And one mutton. Oh,
Okay?
thank you very
Eat
much.
now.
Okay, thank you. An amazing
See it
ending
really
to this incredible day. These massive curry
right.
puffs. Oh, look, it even opens up.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Oh, yes, the drizzle.
Okay.
Oh,
And the layer, the
how are there that
Own-
many layers? I wasn't expecting it because when
I think
When
they
he-
fold and they fold.
they fold and roll and fold and roll. That's like unbelievable. It's like a giant baklava, but savory. But I mean, you've got every layer of the dough.
I don't know about you, but when they put mutton in there, I love the gaminess. And they put to this nice crispy layered phyllo pastry. It's
An envelope of potato and meat, and just
Wow.
wrapped up in that,
Wow.
in like 50 layers of pastry. Oh, that crunch.
it's not oily,
No,
not at all. It's baked.
remarkably-
No, this, from what I've studied, this dish came from the Indian Muslim community in this area. There are a lot of Muslims in this area. So apparently, this was what I was told. Back in the day, the British folks that were here, they wanted to hold a little party and they wanted curry puff from a very famous joint who did not have time to make that many for them, nor did they fit their budget. So they came here. The Indians were making samosas and they asked them, could you do something like that curry puff? And like being entrepreneurial, you say yes first and you figure out how you're going to do it later. And he came up with this. Totally different, absolutely iconic, well loved.
it's so tasty. And this is almost it's so big, it's almost a light meal in one.
The things we do to bring out all this deliciousness to you, we have to mount this camera on a dustbin, So
Thanks to
we'll go to extremes to bring stories to you.
Thanks to the Singapore garbage cans.
Nice tripod height garbage cans.
Oh, and this is like a mess. This is the messiest curry puff I've ever had. You're just covered in flakes. Can I?
This is like a bib. So the other purpose of
hammock.
a mask when you're
You
hanging
have
around your neck
you
is
have
a
a
bib.
hammock of pastry. And so that brings us to the end of this street food tour in Singapore, but focusing on dishes that are truly Singaporean with the one and only KFC-to. I love how he has such respect for the people, for the stories behind the amazing food of Singapore, is an advocate for the continuation of the amazing hawker culture of Singapore. So again, thank you KFC-to. I'll have his links in the description box below. And again, if you're in New York City, check out the Hawker Center in New York City that he's opening. And I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. Please remember, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe now for lots more food and travel videos. Goodbye from Singapore, and I will see you on the next video.